Hello everybody, welcome back. It is me, your old pal Orpheus, with another adventure here on Orpheus Plays. It's good to see you. How you doing? This is another great episode here in Blade and Sorcery. We're in survival mode, but that's not important right now. What is important is there's a new kind of robot out, and everyone's talking about it, and I figured, well, you know, let's talk about it. So we're going to do that today here on Orpheus Plays. I hope you're doing good wherever you are, whether it is day or night. Doesn't matter to me as long as you're hanging out. So let's see. 3 weapons or things will be presented to me. I choose one, and everybody that comes out the door is very sad that they did so. So let's see. We have a bundle of axes. Okay. We have a toothpick. And we have a rusty executioner's sword. I think I'm going to start it off with the rusty, or the toothpick. And let's get things kicked off with our first traditional slow motion kill of the day. Who's it going to be? Who's going to be? I think I'll pick you, sir. And here we go. If there was a dictionary term for owned, I think, hold on, I'm going to be nasty. Oh, I'm sorry, folks. Wow, this is great. I can like come over here and still mess with it a little bit. Oh, rip off one leg. This is great. And that is our first traditional slow motion kill of the day. Oh man. And with that out of the way, let's get to today's topic. Okay. So if you've been living under a rock lately, you probably don't know about this. There's a company that came out with a new robot, and it is, strangely enough, called Neo, like the Matrix. And it's a different kind of robot. So if you've seen or been following how tech has been working with robotics, you see the ones like the Boston Labs one. They're kind of creepy. You get the robot dog, and you get the big chunky robots that you saw dancing a couple years ago. All right, so they've become pretty advanced. You got a couple other companies like Tesla is making the Tesla bot, or the Optimus. You know what I'm saying? Those are pretty sweet. They've come a long way. Why aren't you done? They've come a long way, as it were, in just a few short years. And they're the ones that are going to be mass produced, and they're going to be everywhere. You know, they're going to be the ones that are doing manual labor and maybe taking care of you at a hospital or something. But the thing is, excuse me. The thing is, if you've ever seen one of those, which, I mean, come on, you've seen an Optimus. Here, that's what it looks like right there. Okay, so if you've seen an Optimus, and you just have, you'll notice it's kind of, I mean, it looks cool, but it's kind of industrial. It's kind of industrial looking. So it's going to be good for what it's good for, at least the current iteration. But I don't know if it's something, you want, like, taking care of your grandma, or like, feeding your kids or something like that. If you got young kids, you probably don't want an Optimus in the kitchen taking care of them. It's going to be a little spooky for the young kids, Nothing wrong with it. I love the Optimus, but, you want something that's a little bit more, home friendly. And so this company came out with this robot called the Neo. And the biggest thing that is the difference, let me put it up on the screen. Look. It looks like a stuffed animal. So it's got this, like, this cloth skin on it. It's got these big cute not the eyes. It's got the big cute ears on it, and it's got those eyes that look kind of cool, like kind of contemplative. It looks a little bit like Paddington's eyes, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Where'd this other person go? Is it you? Who's left? Oh. Definitely not you. Oh, hello. Where were you? Anyway, so it's got these, like, very, very approachable features, and it's got that nice, rounded head and everything, and it looks kind of cute and all that, and it's meant to be a lot less like scary, right? It's supposed to be a hell of a lot more approachable for the average consumer, because you don't want something, clanking along in your house. And here's another thing that goes along with that. If you have one of the other robots that's out at the current time, they run with servos and gears and like motors and stuff, right? So they're not exactly the quietest things out there. That was interesting. They're not exactly the quietest things out there. So if it needs to come into your room and do some cleaning while you're sleeping or something, if it's an Optimus or, one of those bots, it's going to be, me. You'll hear it kind of moving around in your house and stuff. And again, that's not really something you want. If you have an assistant that's robotic, it's supposed to be just kind of in the background most of the time, unless you're, I don't know, playing cards or talking to it or whatever. But it's supposed to be kind of, just a feature in the home, right? Well, the Neo has... it's got these, it's almost like muscles. It uses cables, like tendons, basically. And they're pulled from the inside of the robot, and it's kind of like a puppeteer. So it uses cables to raise and lower the arms, and it's got really functional hands that are very dexterous and everything. And it's really a sweet concept in terms of what it is. They've really started to get to the point where they're perfecting it to come down to a consumer level, right? Because, you wonder, how is it going to happen that we all get robots into our houses? Well, there's got to be some first steps. And that's kind of, oh, you want to go in there? Okay, let's put you down the Brad Pitt here. Bye. Oh, wait, what? You're going down the pit, bro. So the thing about the Neo is, it has to be more approachable in order to get to the point where people are going to want to put this thing in their homes, right? You can't have just some 6 foot tall steel and plastic, like appliance that's going to go and do things for you if you want to have that kind of, more mellow home decor. If you're someone that likes, earth tones in your house instead of blacks and, blacks and whites and greens. So the thing is, it's going to be one of those products that I think changes things, especially, it really wants me to get these. Let's do it. Again, folks, I stink at throwing weapons most of the time, so we'll see how this goes. But, it's only $20,000 for this thing. Yes, right now, you can buy one for $20,000. They'll deliver it to your house. It might be on back order or something. I don't know. But, just $20,000, and you can have one of these things. All right. So what's the big deal with this thing? Why is every single person making videos about this? Well, first of all, it's a cool idea, right? It's very cool. And there are a few videos out there that outline how cool it is, this one included. Well, the problem is everybody wants to talk about the one feature that this robot has. And what is it? Okay, so what it can do is it can do kind of like some automated tasks in your home. It can like go around and open the door for you or get a package off the front porch or something. It can, maybe make a drink or something like that, get you something out of the fridge, right? But it can also do things in your home like folding laundry and making food. And rearranging things, learning how to go through your room and clean up things, right? It'll know where your hamper is, so you can pick up dirty clothes in your bedroom or somewhere and put them in the hamper. All right, we're gonna do this. Hiya. Nice miss. But it can go into your room any time that you want during the day. You schedule it, and it'll go into the room and literally it'll pick up garbage and throw it away, and it'll straighten the bed and all this stuff. And you go, wow, how does it do that? AI, of course, right? Well, right now the state of their AI programming is apparently, well, I mean, this is kind of obvious. It's not advanced enough to just figure all this stuff out by itself, right? So you can't go and you can't just let it go in your house and say, go clean my room, because it doesn't understand what that means, right? I mean, it can sort of figure it out, but how does it know which room is your bedroom, right? It could see a couch as a bed. It could see a guest room as where you sleep. Well, all right, so how does it learn these things? All right, so here we go. Here's the big issue that every single channel is talking about with these things. All right, oh no, oh no, oh no. In order for this thing to learn about your home and how to do tasks, it has to be teleoperated. All right, what does that mean? It means that someone literally puts on this same headset that I'm wearing right now, okay? I'm wearing the MetaQuest 3, and they'll put this thing on, and they have their the handsets right here, like I've got, and they walk around your house. You'll tell it what the task is you want to do. So a live person will get access to your robot and be able to control it, and you'll be able to tell it. You'll get on your app and you schedule a period to do this teleoperation, and you have to tell the person what you want. He'll pilot the robot through your house and do the different tasks, right? So if it learns from a teleoperator, this real person wearing all this gear, if they tell him, okay, I want you to learn how to do my dishes, right? So it'll figure out where your sink is, where your dishwasher is, but it doesn't figure it out on its own. The teleoperator will guide it over to the dishwasher, label it as the dishwasher for future reference. It'll figure out where your dishes are kept and everything, because that teleoperator will show it where all that stuff is, and it feeds it into the database of knowledge that their AI has. So, in the future, the next time it wants to do those things, it doesn't have to learn it from someone else. It now understands the environment that it's in. Why did you just scream out of nowhere? But so, it learns the environment through the interactions on its own, right? It can figure out a lot of things in your house, but if it really needs some tasks that are, that are more difficult, oh man, never saw it coming. If you needed to do something more complex or difficult, like let's say you wanted to learn how to vacuum your house with an actual vacuum. Okay, a teleoperator will come and get on with you. You'll walk it through, where's the vacuum cleaner? It's in that closet. Okay, where's the place you wanted to vacuum? Over here. All right, this all seems pretty cool so far. So why do people have a big problem with it? Well, it's the privacy thing. Oh my gosh. Oh, privacy. Why am I floating? Oh my god, privacy issues. There's going to be a person from somewhere that's going to be able to walk around in your house, and they're going to see things, and they're going to be able to hear you, and they're going to be able to talk to you, and you can talk to them, and they're going to be able to look at you and stuff. Okay. First of all, let's talk about smart homes and smartphones and smart dishwashers and smart everything else that there is out there, okay? We're going to switch around. I'm going to use the spike. Oh, no. So let's talk about, first of all, if you have a home, smart home, that you call it by name. I'm not going to say it because I have them in my house. They're named all the things, so I can't say any of those words. But let's say you have one of those. It's always listening for its wake word. Now that doesn't go anywhere, right? But it's always listening for that. So if it hears it, it can go, okay, let's boop the server. That's what he wants to do, and then it returns the command that you did. All right. So you already have something that listens to everything that you do. If you have cameras on those things, those see you all the time. This is the one that most people don't realize. You got a smartphone, right? Of course you do. Unless you're Amish, in which case, why are you watching? Unless you're on Rumspringa. But anyway, so let's say you got your smartphone. Did you know that your smartphone scans for your face constantly? It's always looking for your face with its infrared sensor. Yeah, so this is something that's especially apparent if you own an older one of these headsets. It's especially apparent because you can see the infrared light being it's pulsing, it's strobing out of your phone all the time. And it's looking for your face. It's trying to scan for your face. So it sees your entire room, everywhere you are, all the time. If you have an iPhone, guess who's always listening? Siri. Yes, that's right. She's always listening. Why? Because you have to have those permissions for her to be able to respond. Right? How many times have you been talking to someone in your house and you accidentally trigger her on your iPad or your iPhone and you get back something ridiculous? Well, that's because it's listening to you all the time. All right? You give things in your life permission. You give these things the right to be in your home. Hell, I've got this headset on. If you're a Meta Quest user or any VR headset that has pass-through, how do you think that happens? You know, like how do you think that happens? And yes, real people can access this stuff. We have Wise cameras in our house and around our house. One of the brands we use, WYZE, pretty well-known brand. They had an issue a few years ago where there were some employees that could log into the camera feeds and look at what was going on in people's houses. Those people got thoroughly punished, and they changed the system so that it was no longer a thing. But my point is, you give up a whole bunch of your privacy every single day. You know, if you have any sort of smart device, it's always listening, it's always watching, whether you know it or not. I mean, hell, we have a Roku player that has a microphone on it that listens. I mean, you know, so our TVs listen to us. You know, so the big problem that everyone has is this thing is going to be walking around your house. It could be, you know, someone could just log into it in the middle of the night and grab a rock and bash you to hell with it. Okay. Let's address a few of those. Oh no. Let's address a few of those issues. Actually, you know what? First, I'm gonna stop the video. I'm gonna restart it because the system has something weird going on where I can't upload files anymore that are too big, and I can't get them off my headset with a USB cable. I'm working with tech support on this one, but anyway, let's start it over here. Okay, so just stay there. This will be nothing for you. Okay, so so the thing about it is, you know, this thing is in your house, and yes, it's gonna be logged into occasionally by someone who, you know, can see around your house. Well, there are permissions that you have. You can geo-fence it in your house so it can't go into certain places in your house. There are safety features built into this thing. Okay? You can't it can't pick up anything more than like 8 pounds or something like that. And it's programmed to not be able to pick up anything sharp. Even the teleoperators can't pick up anything sharp. So what's the big deal with this? I don't understand. Leave it in the comments below. Would you get one of these robots? I would. I don't really care about the privacy thing. If you trade these things off, right? And it's not like it's going to be doing this all the time in your house. Once it learns these things, it doesn't have to do it anymore. And then the next iterations will be smarter. They'll be able to figure this stuff out by themselves. But what gets me is how many people are like writing this thing off. Like, oh, I'll never have this thing in my house because you can look around inside your house. So can your phone. So can this headset I'm watching, or, you know, playing on. Anyway, that's today's blab. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time here on Orpheus Plays. Be good, do good, treat yourself well, and buy yourself a robot. Why not? You deserve it. We'll see you next time on Orpheus Plays. Bye!